Mind sharing a dark side story
Well, what do you know? I talk about it all the time. I'm just curious.
about Boulder? Or
Yeah. So all right. I'm not gonna tease you. I'm kind of drunk, but yeah, I got addicted to fucking heroin, dude.
oh yeah, I didn't know. If you're okay to
It-
talk about it, I mean, yeah, I've done a lot of interviews with people that talk about that. I think that's like Crystal Roberts. I'm doing an interview with her right now. He had a black tar heroin addiction for several years.
yeah,
So
no, black tar. That's what I got into.
okay, so
Started off
um,
smoking. I'm gonna start, and then I shot it up.
well, at what point when you got to Boulder? I guess you hadn't done heroin till you got there.
No, I
I
think I
get
had like
it.
maybe like once or twice, but it was never my thing. I was more into psychedelics and shit.
Are you running around with the Deadheads at this time, like the psychedelic music people? Or are they the ones to
Like,
like?
dude, I'm just doing my own thing. I'm just like, I was so into like fitness and like fucking triathlons and cycling and motorcycles, but mostly like triathlon training and shit was my fucking jam.
Okay, so do you mind telling me like how the heroin entered your life, like who brought it in, or how you discovered it, and when you started doing it?
So I ended up hurting my shoulder at work, and then like I was just like asking around. I was like, "Hey, is anyone like the doctor, the work doctor, or there was like whatever?" I'm like, "Dude, I wanted to keep working." And then I met a coworker. He's like, "Yeah, I got fucking heroin." I was like, "Ew, all right, like try it, sure." And then yeah, it's heroin, dude.
What did
It's
you do?
fucking great.
Smoke? Did you smoke it?
Initially, yeah.
Okay, so and now I've heard that you usually get like really sick the first time you do it. Is that your experience or?
Dude, I got sick from smoking black tar for like 2 years. I mean, like, I worked full time, so it's not like it built up quickly. It's like, oh, I try like once a month, once a month, once a month, once every two. It built up like that. But when you do that, man, that shit would make me so fucking nauseous. I'd actually have to take like other pills to like counteract the fucking nauseousness. I would puke like every fucking 5 minutes. Take a sip of water and puke sometimes. This shit's so nauseous.
Okay, but describe why you like it though, because it sounds like it'd be pretty brutal. But like, why
Yeah,
would you want to take something that just made you puke all the time? Obviously, from what I hear, when you come out of it, that sickness, that's when you kind of feel
it's
like the
heroin,
high,
dude. No,
huh?
check it. It's fucking heroin. It's fucking great. Like, yeah, that's what
So,
you.
but even though you're puking all the time and shit, and like feeling bad while you're on it, you still feel good from the heroin.
Yeah.
Okay, can you? Because I've never done it. Can you describe what it's like or what the feeling is like? Is there anything you
Right.
can compare it to?
I don't know. Have you ever done like MDMA or ecstasy?
I've done ecstasy or
Yeah,
something
it's
like
pretty much
that.
like it's like if you could like get like an instant hit of ecstasy. It's like that pretty much.
You did the black tar. Did you try the other kind of heroin or just black tar?
A few times, but dude, I got out of it around like 2017, 2018.
Yeah,
So like the few times I'd go back to St. Louis, I think I tried like the white powder shit, which I think was like Benadryl, diphenhydramine,
yeah.
and maybe fentanyl or some shit. And I mean, it did the trick. They call them buttons, or that's what the dude sold them to me. He's like, these are buttons and or scramble or whatever. And
Mm.
I like. I'd rather. My thing was like smoking black tar. I don't know, whatever. But
Did you ever get into like shooting it up or anything like that? Or
yes, yeah.
okay, so I suppose you did that for money reasons, right? I mean, from what I hear, it'll last longer if you inject it, right? Or is it just
I
more
mean,
intense?
initially, I mean, your tolerance builds up, and eventually.
Right.
But say like the first let's say like the first month I shot up, like those one shot would last like 12 hours or some shit at least. So
It does sound like you had like a scorching habit, though, right? You didn't have like gangrene arm or anything, anything like that, right?
Well, yeah, I definitely had some like infections and shit on my arm, but
Oh yeah.
thankfully they didn't require medical attention.
Okay, cool. And you said you got out of that. Like, was that a hard thing to kick? I mean, I would imagine maybe it would be. I mean,
Yeah, I'd say IV heroin addiction is pretty difficult to kick.